All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is the brother Young coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Much blessing and salutations to the occupant around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. And just want to do a quick lesson, just kind of going into, the state of the economy. Just give me 1 second here. But yeah, it's been a lot of, reports for a good minute now, going into, the whole housing issue and, pretty much the whole economy getting ready to to go through a crash. Okay. And this crash that's getting ready to come, or this bubble that's getting ready to pop, is not going to be one that's going to be, that's, pretty much this is going to be one that's going to bring about a great change to the entire world. Okay. Because as Edom continues to move forward with his agenda to bring about the New World Order, all right, the MLTB, all right, things have to take a drastic turn. And there's a old saying of Esau's. Just look it up real quick. All right, and it's entitled. This is saying order out of chaos. And it says here, refers to the concept of creating structure and organization from a state of disorder or disarray, often used to describe the process of bringing order to a chaotic situation. And what more, or how much more of a chaotic situation can you have with the economy crashing completely? Okay, because this isn't going to be like back in 2005, 6, 7, 2008, when you had the housing market crash here in America. Which a lot of people foreclosed on their homes. Banks that were betting on people to foreclose didn't have the money to pay these insurances. These insurance companies, and it just snowballed into what we saw, as far as the financial collapse. Okay. A lot of businesses went under. Okay, and a lot of people suffered, and this is not going to be like that, man. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you that it's going to be the days leading up to the return of Yahweh Shai is going to be like a day like no other. Salakia. So this is Matthew chapter 24, and I'll just start at verse 21, just to get to the point. It says, and this is when you read up above, you start at the beginning of the book. The disciples were asking Yahweh Shai, what would be the end? What would be the signs of the return of your return and the signs of the end of the world? Okay, you go into that word "world" there. It's talking about the eon, or time period and age. Okay, so that's what the disciples wanted to know. Like, how are we gonna know when you're coming back? What's gonna be the end of this time period and the beginning of it that followeth, like the scriptures say? Okay, in 2 Ezra chapter 6. It's like, give me 1 second. All right, so lucky about that. Damn, machine kept turning off. So let me just get right into it. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Okay? And this is the time that we're getting ready to come into. Okay? Because as you've seen over the years, as through the process of time, we're still here, right? And you have a lot of Israelites that say that use that old proverb. Oh, things are always, there's always, recessions. There's always collapses. It's a part of a cycle, but things are going to continue the way they were. So real quick, this is 2 Peter 3:4, just to back this point up. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. And that's the mindset of a lot of these Israelites. All right, because they see that they're still able to go to the store. They're still able to, go to the movies and buy this and that. Even though it's getting a little bit harder, these things have taken place. These things have been worse in the past, and things always got better, so to say. So So the people of this world, and especially you Israelites, you have an optimistic look in the midst of this chaos that's being brewed on the earth. Okay? And that's exactly, what Esau Edom does with his order out of chaos, man. Esau has always created a situation and then brought about new orders from those situations, and you Jakes were none the wiser to these things. Okay, that Esau Edom was bringing about, the changes that he made, in the midst of these chaotic moments. Okay, you weren't privy to it, and you really didn't care. And a lot of you Israelites, man, you're gonna be found to, you're gonna find out that you should have cared, that you should have been paying attention, because you're gonna get caught unawares, to the point to where you're not gonna know from where these things are coming from, and you're going to be questioning why these things are so bad. How did things spiral, out of spiral into, into what we're going to be seeing here in these last days, man. All right, so let's go back to this Matthew chapter 24. Let me finish that. And let me, I can't remember if I saluted first. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. It's lucky if I didn't do that earlier. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, for there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You see? So that time of great tribulation is getting ready to come, because again, events, took place on the earth. 70 AD, you had all the different wars that took place, including the two woes, World War I, World War II. Okay? And we're getting ready to come into another World War III, or another world war. Okay, so that goes to show you that, that wasn't the end back then. Okay, as the scriptures tell us at the beginning of this chapter, it says, see that ye be not troubled, verse 6, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all these things have taken pass, throughout the years, 70 AD, the siege of Jerusalem, so on and so forth. The Civil War, all these things had to take place to get us to where we're at today, which is at the end. Okay, at the drawing nigh unto the end of this world. Okay, and this is what we've been looking for. This is what we're hoping for. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, you've been waiting for these things to take place. Okay, and as far in regards to this collapse that's getting ready to come, man, is a lot of people are getting ready to be hurt, man. And you see people hurt already. People ain't making their car payments. People missing, mortgage payments. Taking out money from their 401k to pay for this or that. To buy a home, and then they get bam. They get whacked with a $10,000 penalty fee from the IRS in the midst of them not being it. And these are all things. These aren't hypothetical events, man. These are things that are actually taking place right now on the earth. Okay? It's literally these things taking place on the earth as we speak. People going straight up through it, man. Through the ringer. The Lord is jacking you people up, man. The people of this world. All right. So real quick, let's go from Matthews. Let's get this in Zephaniah chapter 1. Let me start at verse 11. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Miktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off." And this is, again, man, this is going into that economy, man. Okay. A lot of these merchants, all right, and we've been seeing nothing but closures of businesses. Macy's, Big Lots, I believe, is closing up. A lot of their or all of their stores in America. Macy's, I believe, they try to come out with some PR campaign about how they're closing down more of some of their stores in an effort to change up the way they do business. They want to be more exclusive, so to say. But in all actuality, when you look at the numbers, that company is struggling, man. Nobody's going to these stores anymore. People are buying everything online, which again is a part of Esau's agenda. Esau Edom is changing everything digitally, so you don't have to physically go anywhere. Again, going right into what Esau Edom wants to do. Okay, a part of his plan. Okay, but it said, "What? How ye inhabitants of Miktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil." And a lot of you Israelites are under that spirit, man. I brought it out in what was that, 2 Peter chapter 3. Okay, you thinking that things are going to be copacetic, that things are just going to go back to normal. The government's going to figure out some way, and they, to some certain extent, they are going to figure out a way, but they've already had this figured out. They've had this planned out, man. But this is where the Lord is getting ready to step in and disappoint the plans of these devils, man. And you Jakes are getting ready to be caught up in it, man. This is the time of Jacob's trouble that we're approaching into, man. Okay, and it said what? "And punish the men that are settled on their lees." Let's go into the blue letter there. Because a lot of you Israelites are settled on your lees, man. All right, you're thinking shit is sweet out here, man. And see, the damn app has been acting up. See, for some reason. Let me so I can bear with me. For some reason, the King James version is no longer in here. Looks like they might have took this shit out. They have the NLT, the new King James version, but where's the regular King James? See, I don't know why they got what Esau got going on here, but let me see, Salakia, bear with me. Why did they take out the new King or the King James version? Well, man, Esau, man. All right, just gonna read it in NLT Zephaniah. Or let me go online, the website. Salaki, bear with me. I'm doing this impromptu, so for some reason they took the King James version off of the app. So let's go Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 12. Let's get the word here for lees, men that are settled on their lees. H8105, and the Hebrew word here is shamar. Okay. It says something preserved, the settlings of wine dregs, wines on the wines on the lees. Biblical usage, it says lees, dregs. Okay, so it's not really giving too much. The lexicon says dregs, wine by resting, undisturbed on the lees, undisturbed life. Here we go. Yep, undisturbed life of careless men. Okay, and that's what you have today, especially here in America, man. Careless men, people that want to live an undisturbed life, people that want a sweet life, man, just to be able to sit back. You got a lot of these people that are, arguing about, the fact that they got to go back to work because they like to sit down in their underwear, and be on a computer all damn day instead of actually doing something that's productive in this in the world, so to say. And now, Donald Trump is canceling a lot of that, and people are upset. But again, these are the people that the Lord is getting ready to shake up in a big way. And there's a majority of you Americans, man. Okay, the majority of you Americans are comfortable, and the scriptures talk about, she that liveth in pleasure while she liveth is dead. Okay, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Roughly paraphrasing. But let me read this in the NLT, Zephaniah 1 and verse 12. It says, I will search with lanterns in Jerusalem and Jerusalem's darkest corners to punish those who sit complacent in their sins. They think the Lord will do nothing to them, either good or bad. And what does the scripture say is coming upon the earth? Well, let's get this in Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5, it says, Thus saith the Lord power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. And this is what's getting ready to come, man. The Lord is getting ready to bring about an evil time to this earth, man. This is why you're starting to see a lot of these so-called keepers of the houses, all right, these people that take watch of what's happening economically, and other aspects too, as far as the economy goes. You have these guys that watch these things, that read the reports, that read the numbers, and they come out and they put out these articles, or they may do videos about what's happening and what they see coming. And a lot of people disregard these things. And a lot of people don't even want to watch the news because of fear of what is happening in the world, man. But again, the Heavenly Father has set up watchmen to tell you of these things, man. Okay, let's go back to that Zephaniah, because I want to read a little bit more on that. All right, so verse 13, Zephaniah 1 and 13. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof, man. And see, this is a what the Lord is going to bring upon everyone. All right, these curses already fell upon you Israelites. All right, but now these curses are going to fall upon our enemies, as it tells us in I believe that's Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. Let me get that real quick. Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says, And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So these other nations as well, man, they're going to feel it. And you see a lot of these Edomites putting up these little TikToks and these little YouTube shorts of them crying in their car because they've been living in it. As a matter of fact, there's this little tea spot that I go to not too far from where I live. And, I've been, last couple times I went there, I've seen this lady who's in there, and she does like tarot card reading, and we know, that's bullshit witchcraft. But she does the little tarot card reading, but she's doing it like on a live stream, like she's streaming herself do these things. So last time I went in, I asked the dude, I'm like, hey, what's up with with the chick that be coming here and doing the tarot card reading? He's like, he's telling me basically he want to get rid of her, but he can't because she's not doing nothing wrong, blah, blah, blah. But then he's like, I get it. You really don't have nowhere to go. You're homeless. So the lady's living out of her car, and she drives a decent car, but she more than likely lost her home. trying to become a YouTube sensation, and it failed her, man. So now she's living out of her damn car, man. But a lot of these curses that we saw Israelites go through, as far as losing homes, losing jobs, you're starting to see a lot of these other nations going through it, especially you Edomites, man. Okay, you're the ones that are now losing your cars, getting your cars repoed, losing your houses, losing your job. Okay, it says, verse 14, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. And again, it's going to get so bad out here. As far as the economy goes, people are not going to know what to do. That you're going to have grown men crying. Okay? Grown men crying because of the things that are taking place, because they're going to be so damn stressed out. They're not going to know what to do, because a lot of these men out here in society, man, are not geared to endure what's getting ready to come. And that's why a lot of men are going to die. A lot of men think that the way out is going to be to go to war, to be able to take care of a house, or even get the MOTB to just be able to get by. And that's going to cause a lot of people to die, man. A lot of people are going to be destroyed. Okay, it says verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. You see, so the day of the Lord, and which is the days that we're approaching, it's not going to be sweet, man. Even the men of the Lord, the Lord's going to have to come and deliver, bring about the deliverance quick, because if not, there ain't going to be no flesh to save, man. we would succumb if the Lord didn't, come, if he didn't come soon enough. I mean, we'd end up perishing. And again, I say that humbly. I pray and hope that I'm a part of the elect. Call Allah Yabashim Yal Shai, for giving me the spirit to understand and to be able to see these things, man. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't see these things coming from afar, man. And it's because they don't have the vision, as the Apostle Gabar always goes into, man. You got to have the vision to even be able to prepare yourself. Okay, so you brothers out there, man, and you few sisters that believe, man, count yourself blessed that you're even able to see and understand these things, man, so that you can apply wisdom in preparing yourself, man. Because, hey, man, we see it. We see things getting bad, and it's only going to get worse, man, to the point to where it's going to be all out chaos out here, and people are going to take to the streets. And I was, talking to my dad about that just last night. How he, in the cities is going to be bad, but even in the country, man. So you people would think, oh, well, I'm just going to get some land and buy a home out in the country, and I should be good. Nah. What do you think is good? The food is already scarce out there. Resources are already scarce out in the country. You got to go to the city to go, grocery shopping or whatever. What do you think is going to happen when there's scarcity in the cities and your ass is in the country? It's going to be even more scarce. So what are the people going to do? They're going to go looting and robbing, breaking into homes out there, man. And a lot of people are going to die as well. A lot of people are going to starve as well, man. So, that's just something that was on my spirit, man. Just wanted to get that, put it on, put it on paper, make it plain upon tables, as the scriptures say, because the vision that's yet for an appointed time is getting ready to, be here, man. And we got to be ready, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. So, Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all the praise and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKwadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. With that, I say shalom.